Thousands of years ago, in the time of the Old Testament, we hear about these men who would be working in the fields of grain. They'd be chopping this grain down and of course stockpiling it away for food or selling, whatever purposes they had. Well, during that process, naturally pieces of grain would fall onto the ground, and you'd think they'd go back and pick it up, but oftentimes they wouldn't. They would leave pieces of grain in the field so that the less fortunate, usually women who lost their husbands or something along those lines, could go into the field and pick up these pieces of fallen grain to be used for food. There was a woman in the Old Testament by the name of Ruth who did this very thing. Her husband had passed away, so she's living with her mother-in-law, and she would go out into this field and pick up the pieces of grain that would fall on the ground and use it to feed her and her mother-in-law. Eventually, through that process, she meets a man named Boaz who becomes her husband, and they become the great-grandparents of King David. A fascinating story found in the book of Ruth, chapter 1. This manuscript is over 700 years old and has that story on it. It's an amazing piece of history, and of course, if you find content that's interesting, subscribe for more.